A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic escalation of his ongoing feud with CBS, former President Donald Trump has once again lashed out at the network, demanding that it lose its broadcasting license following a contentious episode of 60 Minutes. The broadcast, which aired on Sunday evening, featured critical segments on Trump's administration's handling of the Russia-Ukraine war and his controversial proposal to annex Greenland. Trump's ire was directed not only at the content of the episode, but also at what he claims is the network's history of deceitful editing. In a series of posts on Truth Social, Trump resurrected allegations regarding the editing of a previous interview with former Vice President Kamala Harris, asserting that the network manipulated her responses to mislead viewers. This accusation is part of a larger $20 billion lawsuit he has filed against CBS, which the network has categorically denied. Trump's posts were filled with indignation as he claimed, almost every week, 60 Minutes, which is being sued for billions of dollars for the fraud they committed in the 2024 presidential election with their interview of failed presidential candidate Kamala Harris, mentions the name Trump in a derogatory and defamatory way. But this weekend's broadcast tops them all. The 60 Minutes episode featured an interview with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who discussed the ongoing conflict with Russia and commented on Trump's previous remarks. Zelensky pointedly noted that Vice President J.D. Vance seemed to justify Russian President Vladimir Putin's actions. Despite the tension, Zelensky reaffirmed that the U.S. remains a strong ally of Ukraine and invited Trump to visit the war-torn nation to witness the devastation firsthand. The segment on Greenland showcased interviews with residents who criticized Trump's desire to acquire the territory, further fueling Trump's anger. "I am so honored to be suing 60 Minutes, CBS Fake News, and Paramount over their fraudulent, beyond recognition, reporting. They did everything possible to illegally elect Kamala, including completely and corruptly changing major answers to interview questions, but it just didn't work for them," Trump added in his posts. In his previous interviews, Trump had called for the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, to take action against CBS News, suggesting that the network should face severe penalties for its alleged misconduct. They should lose their license. Hopefully, the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, as headed by its highly respected chairman, Brendan Carr, will impose the maximum fines and punishment, which is substantial, for their unlawful and illegal behavior, he wrote. Trump's demands come amid a backdrop of investigations into various news networks, including ABC and NBC, concerning their coverage of the 2020 elections and debates. The FCC, an independent federal agency, is responsible for issuing licenses to individual broadcast stations and has been scrutinizing CBS News for its reporting practices. The agency has faced criticism for its handling of complaints related to media coverage during the election cycle, with several networks under investigation. Trump's grievances also extended to a recent interview with actor George Clooney on 60 Minutes, which he deemed a puff piece that unfairly favored Clooney over Biden. He remarked, "Why would the now highly discredited 60 Minutes be doing a total puff piece on George Clooney, a second-rate movie star and failed political pundit?" The former president's ongoing battle with the media underscores the contentious relationship between Trump and various news outlets, particularly those that have been critical of his administration. As the political landscape continues to shift, Trump's accusations against CBS and his demands for accountability reflect a broader narrative of conflict between political figures and the media. The White House and CBS News have yet to respond to Trump's latest allegations, leaving many to speculate on the potential ramifications of his calls for action against the network. As this story develops, it remains to be seen how the FCC will respond to Trump's demands and whether CBS will face any repercussions for its reporting. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.